Good morning, Giants. Welcome to Wake Up with Giants TV. Have you ever wondered how to clarify your vision? Oh, good morning, Giants. Welcome to Wake Up with Giants TV. I'm Ryan the Lion Morris. This isn't Nick the MG dusting off his pea soup. I think it's about to get serious up in here.
It's about to get serious. You dust off that pea soup and things are about to happen. The Vision Whisperer.
Yes.
From the book, The Vision Whisperer by Ryan R. Morris.
I don't know what I'm doing this morning. My lighting is still being funny.
Yeah, it's early.
Just goes with my lighting. It's early for my lighting.
We're kind of jumping on this a couple days early just because of the holiday in the U.S. Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Great show, guys. Truthfully, you'll want to hang with us. So, Keith, do you remember? Ryan, you still here with me, man?
I'm here. I'm all here.
Awesome. Yeah, man. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do that. If you like this video, make sure you like it. Hit the button that says you like it, and then comment and continue the conversation in the comments because that's valuable to us.
I'm all here except for that part.
So, if we're looking at vision, we did this last night. We sat down and we really got clear on our vision. I think this is kind of the first step in everything, in every creation. You look at the giants and the smalls, started as a vision. The Wake Up with Giants TV started as a vision. Wake Up with Giants Radio, the Tribe of Giants, we're all visions. And when we say visions, maybe in a way it might be prophetic, like you're putting out there what you're going to create and then you create it. But it's definitely not a dream. A dream is kind of vision without action almost. A dream is that thing that you have this idea and inspiration, but you don't do anything with it. And so vision really drives you to get passionate and emotional and dive into fully this creation, whether it gets created or not. It drives you to do something. And so what we've learned is to get really clear on the vision before you do anything. And so it's one of those primary steps is that when there's nothing, you don't know what's going to happen out here. Like we talk about uncertainty and how people are afraid of uncertainty. They want to know what they can count on, but you look at uncertainty as possibility. Like I don't know what to expect out here, so everything is possible.
I've heard that before.
Yeah. I think you've said that a few times.
You've said that a few times. No, you.
No, you. No, you. Just stop that pea soup.
Huh. Yeah.
Sound effects are free here.
It's high-end stuff here.
Yeah.
And the soundboard and everything. We don't have a soundboard.
That was out of my mouth.
I just went to what was it in the 80s? Oh shoot.
Police Academy?
Police Academy. I was going to say Ski Patrol.
Yeah.
Police Academy. Oh my gosh. The 80s were awesome.
Yeah, dude. Last night, you and I sat down and we wrote vision. And here's how we write vision. So if you're looking at clarifying your vision, a lot of people write their vision from how they're going to do it. Ski Patrol style, Police Academy style, sound effects or no. We try and write it from figuring out the path of how we're going to do it rather than just focusing on the creation and letting the path connect. Like Steve Jobs says, you can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only do that looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect. Mm-hmm. And so without that vision, there's no passion to move forward. And the more clear you get on that vision, the more excitement you generate on it, the more energy you put into it, and the more you'll stay with it long enough for it to become a creation, at least have the highest likelihood of becoming a creation.
Yeah, I described it last night. I was talking to somebody and I described it like, so you put out that vision, and then if you if you said, "Hey, this is the way that I'm doing it. This is the way that it's happening." And you've said this before because you had somebody come into your office that had
Yeah.
a way that they were going to buy an RV.
Yeah.
This is the way we're going to do it. It's going to work out this way.
Like
And
the
then
Mandalorian.
when it didn't work out, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Life isn't all like Mandalorian.
This
It's
is
not.
the way.
This isn't the way. You don't get the way all the time. I promise you. It just doesn't. It doesn't work like that. When it doesn't work out, then you go, oh, well, sorry,
Wasn't meant to
universe.
be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not for
Versus
me.
when you make every possibility a possibility, it can come in ways that you've never even dreamed of or never even thought of, but you're open to it. So when it does come into your view, you're aware and you can see it, catch it, and
Yeah.
apply it. So
So
keep going.
I did a video yesterday on TikTok that you guys might check out on the pathway to vision and creation, and it starts with that inspiration, and then we go into vision. So we have that inspiration, and we create this vision and this clarity around this thing that we want in our world, and we get excited about it. It's like a kid at Christmas. If I were to tell my kids, well, other than lately, I told my daughter that Santa Claus isn't real. So that kind of ruins things. So don't do that. But if you imagine a kid that does believe in Santa Claus, that they want to make a Christmas list, they're going to just go for anything. And there's no limitation in it. And so look at your vision as that, not that there's a limitation in how you can do it or what you've accomplished to create that vision. Leave all that behind and dive into creating the vision as though, like Catherine Lee says, you've got a memory of an event yet to happen. She
Yeah.
painted her vision of being on Oprah so clearly that when she got there, it was actually exactly as she envisioned it. And so when you
Right
go,
down to the shirt she was wearing.
yeah, she was wearing a blue shirt, right? And that's something Oprah doesn't do, but that's what Catherine Lee imagined her wearing. And when she went on the show, that's what Oprah was wearing, was a blue shirt. The way they were facing everything, she had her vision so clear that she imagined every detail. And this goes into the next stage of expectation, because when your vision is clear, then you start to observe it thoroughly, which is what the word expect means. It means ex meaning thoroughly, and spectate meaning to observe. And so you start to look at your vision from every angle. And then you move into anticipation, which anticipation comes from the Latin to grab and to bring forward. So anticipation is actually to bring it into your space. And, part of the thing that I clarified in that little video was that, like, an expectant mother will go and buy a crib and clothes and diapers and all this stuff in anticipation of a baby coming into the space. And when we create our vision, we really want to create that space of, I'm ready for this to come in. I've got a place to receive it. I'm looking at it from every angle. So everything's a possibility. And that's where the creation comes in. Like, the believing is simply the emotion behind the creating of it, to where you're just out there looking for every possibility, not just one, like you mentioned. Because if you have one way and it fails, then you could easily back off and say, well, it wasn't meant to be.
Yeah. It didn't work.
It didn't work. Yeah. Yeah.
What if we would have done that? We would have been done at like day 2 of this whole
we
thing.
we wouldn't be anywhere near this. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
but Chloe and Chloe at the coffee shop were nice.
They were nice. They made great coffee. Yeah. So how do you clarify your vision? Let's talk about some of the specifics. So when you're talking about the clarity of vision, like, what are some of the things you like to throw into the vision to make it more and more clear?
Me personally,
Yeah. Who,
um, I
me?
who this guy? Um, I like so me. I'm actually a fairly visual person.
Yeah.
So, um, and there's books about the feeling is the secret is a book that talks about this stuff.
Yeah.
So if you have trouble, grab something like that it can help describe it and get it more clear for you. But for me, it's I like to actually, if I can, if I'm envisioning a car, let's say, the car that I want, I write down all the features that I want, the color, all the options, and then I'll go get in it.
Yeah.
Like, I'll
Yeah.
sit in it. I'll hold the steering wheel. I'll smell the smells because you get the that new car smell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I do this with like the um, like the elementary visits that we've done.
Yeah.
So I've been in a car before, so I know what a car smells like. But after a while, that new car smell fades. So if you want to know what the new car smell is like again, you got to get your body to remember that. So going to sit in a new car reminds you of that new car smell.
Right.
The same is with like the school visits that we do. That feeling that we have when we go down and we teach the kids and we see their eyes light up and we see them see their giant potential, the things that it does inside here, like it lights me up like a Christmas tree. Like that's I never want to leave. Like I was sitting in the kindergarten class on the colored mat with them in their squares because I never wanted to leave those kids. They were amazing.
Yeah.
And like seeing them excited and asking you questions and calling you like it's an Arthur, like
It's an
not an
Arthur.
author. It's an Arthur. And
Yeah.
just them and their excitement and seeing that is amazing to me. So then I post about it. Then I'll talk about it. Then I'll look at those pictures. I'll put it on a vision board because then when I see it, it takes me right back to that place and I can see and hold the vision for what we're doing and get that feeling to come back every
Yeah.
time. Every time.
Beautiful. So if you're feeling that emotion, you're clear in your vision. And again, going back to the idea of you're not creating how that happened, you're putting yourself in that room in the now, even though that now is some future date.
Mm,
You're describing it in such a way that it already is. And you feel it in such a way that it already is. So you're already getting the emotion from it. And there's a quote that says that when your vision is clear, you don't have to be pushed toward it. It pulls you into it. So it pulls you into that vision. It's like the persistence that we have around this has been an 11-year journey to create the giants and the smalls the way that it is today. And it'll be different in the future. But the vision is what's pulled us to where we are today. And it helps us to know what to pay attention to and which things will build that, which we can mold with.
mhm,
It's like a sculptor is going to look for tools and things in their environment that are going to support that creation because they have a vision before they began. Like Van Gogh had a vision before he painted
mhm,
of what it would end up like. So he knew which colors to grab and which tools to use and which things to put into his space so that he could create these creations, and I just want to throw out the word create and creations.
At least 5 or
Yeah.
12 more
Yeah,
times.
maybe. Create and creations, creators. That's creative.
Yeah, you
Anyway,
are
just
creative.
the more clear you get on the now is like this thing is happening right now. And then that emotion comes up, and that emotion is the driver. That emotion is what gets you into action around it, and it
Mhm.
pulls you into it. That's
Yeah,
it.
it's interesting when we first started and got going. What we're doing now wasn't even on the map.
Right.
But as we got going down the path that we went, and we were open to possibilities in helping people, and so we
Yeah.
had a vision of helping people with our sales training, that came into view what we're doing now
Right.
because of our vision to help people.
Yeah.
It wasn't even there. It wasn't even. I mean, it was there all along. We just had to go down that path and know what our vision was, and then the universe lined it up and said, okay, well, this is the path that you need to go to help the most
Yeah.
people, not your sales training. You use your sales skills and your abilities and your training to help people, yes, but this is going to help the most people. And it popped into view, and we went, oh, there it is.
Yeah.
I remember that clear as mud. No, just kidding. I remember it
Yeah.
exactly. Like it was like I remember the day that you told me this is it. This is the path. I think this is what we need to do. I'm like, are you sure? Because it was your baby. Like this is your book, your dream, your vision. But it fit what we were doing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then because we started down that path and held the vision, things like the Tribe of Giants came about, the League of Giants, Wake Up with Giants TV, Wake Up with Giants Radio, all of these things that we do, the school visits, everything came because we were clear on our vision.
Yeah. And I love that we would bounce off each other and create it and imagine and have fun with it. And then it got even more clear.
Mm.
And the more clear it got, the more excited we got about things. And the more excited we got, the clearer it got. Again, it's like, oh, we could do this and we could do that.
Brings you
That's
back that
possibilities.
feeling. Yeah.
Yeah.
As you get excited about it and you flow, that feeling comes back and that brings you back into the ether, into the magic of it. It just
Yep.
pulls you in. And that's where, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that's where the creation is alive.
So slow down today. Here's the challenge for today. For those that are watching, for you that are watching, for you is create a vision for today. Just by the end of the day today, if you could envision, I'll come up with the words eventually. If you could envision the end of your day and you're telling your friends about today and what you created today, what would you be saying to them about your day? Not the how to, but what was created? What was the outcome? And just for today. So a 1 day vision, which would feed out into a 3 day, a 1 week, a 1 month, a 1 year, a 10 year, however you want to do it. But for today, just a 1 day vision. By the end of the day today, you're telling your friends about what you created. You write that down first thing this morning as though it already happened. And you're describing to them in detail what you created today. Do that. And then pay attention to all of the possibilities around that vision for today. And work toward each of those. Look at each of them as possibilities and draw what you need, anticipate and pull into your space what you need and create from that and try and align it with your vision just today, just 1 day. And so that would be my challenge for those that are
I
watching.
think in that too, and I love that challenge is amazing. The one other component that I wouldn't ever discount is that inner commitment, that personal inner commitment that Steve Hardison talks about. TBOLIT NFL. If you don't know it, look it up. TBOLIT NFL. Go to YouTube and find it. You are amazing. If you only knew your giant potential, if we could shake the shit out of you and help you realize your giant potential, we would.
Yeah.
But Steve Hardison does it on a video, so you need to go watch that. Wake up to your giant potential, and then put everything that you've got into it. Steve Hardison asked us if we ever sleep, because our goal is to be omnipresent. It's to be everywhere. It's to be all over the place, and to push, because it's our personal inner commitment to make this work.
Yeah.
And we're
On the,
open to whatever way
yeah.
flows in.
It's crazy. We have visions and visions. We have vision, we have global vision, and we have smaller visions, and then we have daily visions. And they're all visions within visions. They're living in that fractal model. They're self-similar in scale. And so what you do in 1 day is what you would do for a year. The vision you would create for today would be the same. But that commitment, like you're talking about, without that, it's just a dream.
Yeah.
So are you dreaming or are you visioning? Because there's a big distinction between the two.
I
And
love
so,
that. That's a whole video in and of itself.
yeah, let's create
Yeah,
that.
we should.
Hey, I like the,
We probably will.
imagine, let's talk to everybody about what that video looks like in another video. Yeah. Anyway, any other
Tomorrow.
thoughts? Tomorrow. 7 days in the week and someday isn't one of them.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, now you know, Giants. That's kind of the secret sauce.
Yeah. Perfect. Remember, you're exactly where you're supposed to be and you're right on time. So go out there and make it a giant day. We'll see you in the next video.
Love you too.